happy to see you.
I'm so happy to see you. My goodness.
I was hoping that, because you're on the East Coast all the time, and I was
know.
hoping I'd get to see you before we finish our final season, so thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm really happy to be here.
And it's been a
Thank
while,
you.
because you're
Yeah.
always on the East Coast. You were here like, was it like
It was
5 years?
5 years ago.
Yeah.
It was 5 years ago. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and your kids
Yeah.
were here because I was scolding them. They
That's
were,
right.
They you said they didn't do...
I was here, I was complaining about how they didn't pick up their room and do their laundry.
Right, and they happened to be like standing right over there.
That's
So
right, we called them
I called them out on it.
Yeah.
And I imagine they're not exactly like that anymore 5 years later.
Oh my gosh, no. They're 19 and 23 now.
That's crazy.
There they are. There they are. Yeah.
Now, and they're both redheads.
They're both redheads, isn't that crazy? And their dad has dark hair. I'm so surprised, but I won.
You did win.
Yeah.
Strong genes. And now, are they still at home and not cleaning things, or are they out at home?
They are not cleaning things in their own places.
Oh, good.
One has their own apartment. My son has his own apartment. He's in grad school, and my daughter's at college, and so she's at a sorority house and making a mess there.
Good.
But not my problem.
Not your problem
That's
anymore.
Right. Yeah.
Well, that's amazing.
I know, isn't that crazy?
God. And how is it? Did you have like that empty nest thing that everybody has, or were you happy to see them go?
It's hard. I mean, it's a big transition, right? You know, your whole family life changes. You know, it's like done. It's like there's this whole period of your life where you're parenting small children, and then suddenly you're not.
Yeah.
And then, like, what do? You sit around and eat cheese and watch TV and stuff because they're not there.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you get a dog. That's what we did. We got another dog, which is what everybody does. You're like, just when you can leave the house, you get a dog.
What, a puppy or a dog?
Yeah, no, she was a puppy.
Oh.
Yeah, we got a pandemic puppy who was great. We named her Hope, and she's amazing.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And they
you have pictures of my dog.
Yeah. Anything you say, we have pictures of.
Hope.
So you moved out of your house. You moved into an apartment.
We did. We moved into an apartment.
You made a great impression on your neighbors.
That's right, because, well, you know, we've just moved in there, and I've been living in a house all these years, and suddenly I'm in this apartment, and so in this apartment I have like a key fob and a front door thing and whatever, and I was flying up to Toronto to the Toronto Film Festival, and my daughter's asleep, and she's 19, and so she doesn't wake up for a very long time. She doesn't hear anything, and my husband's gonna go do some work, so I was like, he said, let me know before you leave and I'll say goodbye. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna take my luggage down first. And so I have like my 2 bags, and I come down there, and it's raining, and the driver's kind of over by the car because it's raining. So I'm like, I'm just gonna run these out, and then bang, the door shut. And I went, oh, I was like, Bernard, I don't have a key. I'm locked out. And he's like, what do you want to call? I said, oh, I don't have my phone either. I left it all upstairs. He's like, well, you can use my phone. I'm like, yeah, but they're not going to wake up. I said, she's not going to wake up. She's not going to answer it. My husband's not going to answer his phone. And he calls, nothing. I'm like, what am I going to do? And then, you know, everyone's walking back and forth, and the UPS guy comes up, and he goes, I got to get into this building. Can you get in? I'm like, no, I can't get in. I don't have my key. He's like, well, let's buzz the first floor because they usually answer. He buzzes the first floor, nothing. No, she's not there. He's like, well, let's do the penthouse. Like, maybe nothing. I'm like, nobody's there. What are we going to do? And back and forth. I'm like, I'm going to miss my plane. What do I do? And finally, I'm like, my new neighborhood, New York City, all these people. I stood there and I went, Bart! Bart! Which is my husband's name. And then he appears in the window, and he went like this, and he goes.
You thought you were saying goodbye?
He thought I was saying goodbye, and I'm like, I'm locked out! But anyway, it was like a big scene in my new neighborhood.
Wow. Yeah, it takes a while before you actually start screaming at the top of your lungs, I guess, you're that desperate.
I was desperate, yeah.
Oh, man.
But he was, I mean, it was so sweet.
Yeah.
He was, you know, bye, love you.
No!
No!
So, so who also lives in New York, Chloe Feynman is on today.
Yeah.
And you don't know her, right?
I don't know her. I think she's fantastic.
She is. She's
so
on Saturday Night Live.
talented.
You'll know her when you see her. She does the most amazing impressions, and she does an impression of you.
Well, okay, so this is the only reason this is what's so crazy. So my daughter went to SNL a couple of years ago to the rehearsal. You know, they have a rehearsal first, and then they do the live show. She's all excited, and she was 16 or 17, and she came back from the rehearsal, and I said, how was it? You know, did you have fun? She goes, yeah, Mom, they did an impression of you. And I was like, what? I'm like, nobody does an impression of me. Like, nobody. Absolutely. I said, this is crazy. Also, I felt bad because she had a night out. She had to watch somebody doing an impression of her mom. Yeah. I'm like, oh, man. But then, and so then, of course, I watched it, and they cut it, because, you know, stuff gets cut between rehearsal and the show. But I was very flattered, to say the least.
Well, maybe we'll get her to do it today.
Okay.
Yeah, because I want to see what what somebody would do. I don't know how they would do you.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we'll find
But
out.
Yeah, ask her.
All right,
That
we're
would
going to
be
talk about the movie Dear Evan Hansen, which is, I loved it so much.
Thank you, I loved it
I didn't get to see the Broadway show,
Yeah.
so I was so happy to see it in a movie form, and it's great.
Oh, I love it. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm so glad
yeah,
you liked
we'll talk
it.
about that after this.
Okay.
We'll be back.